Vasistha continued, when the cosmic mind manifested itself in the absolute Brahman, at that very instant, the natural tendencies of diverse beings and their behavior were born, and the embodied beings came to be regarded as Jiva. There is no division between mind and action. Before it is projected as action, it arises in the mind, with the mind itself as its body. Hence, action is nothing but the movement of energy in consciousness, and it inevitably bears its own fruit. When such action comes to an end, mind comes to an end too, and when the mind ceases to be, there is no action. This applies only to the liberated sage, not to others. Mind is the only perception, and perception is movement in consciousness. The expression of this movement is action, and fruition follows this. Whatever the mind thinks of, the organs of action strive to materialize. Hence, again, mind is action. However, mind, intellect, egotism, individualized consciousness, action, fancy, birth and death, latent tendencies, knowledge, effort, memory, the senses, nature, Maya or illusion, activity, and such other words are but words without corresponding reality. The sole reality is the infinite consciousness in which these concepts are conceived to exist. All these concepts have arisen when, by accidental coincidence, like the crow dislodging the coconut, infinite consciousness in a moment of self-forgetfulness viewed itself as the object of perception. When thus veiled by nescience, the same consciousness views diversity in an agitated state and identifies objects as such. It is known as mind. When it is firmly established in the conviction of a certain perception, it is known as intellect or intelligence. When it ignorantly and foolishly identifies itself as an existent separate individual, it is known as egotism. When it abandons consistent inquiry, allowing itself to play with countless thoughts coming and going, it is known as individualized consciousness or mind stuff. Whereas pure movement in consciousness is karma or action without an independent doer, when it pursues the fruition of such action, it is known as karma or action. When it entertains the notion, I have seen this before in relation to something, either seen or unseen, it is known as memory. When the effects of past enjoyments continue to remain in the field of consciousness, though the effects themselves are unseen, it is known as latent tendency or potentiality. When it is conscious of the truth that the vision of division is the product of ignorance, it is known as knowledge. On the other hand, when it moves in the wrong direction towards greater self-forgetfulness and deeper involvement in false fancies, it is known as impurity. When it entertains the indweller with sensations, it is known as the senses, Indriya. When it remains unmanifest in the cosmic being, it is known as nature. When it creates confusion between reality and appearance, it is known as Maya or illusion. When it dissolves in the infinite, there is liberation. When it thinks I am bound, there is bondage. When it thinks I am free, there is freedom.